All right, today was actually really good for us to get outside and actually be on the field. Turf was good, I think, just because it increased the temperature a little bit, made it warmer for us, probably in the mid-70s today, somewhere like that. And being on the turf might have helped ratchet it up just a tad. It's about to where we'll be playing on Saturday if things don't change, so I thought that was good. Yesterday, working in the at the Falcons indoor facility. First, I want to just publicly thank them for allowing us to do that. It was very good. It had been we could have got it in yesterday. There was no lightning or anything like that, but it was wet, windy, and it's probably not going to be wet. It may be windy on Saturday, but I think we did the right thing, and well, I just appreciate everybody helping us get that done, including our academics. We get things scheduled up sometimes after practice, and that can affect that to a certain degree. So whoever that affected, I appreciate everybody cooperating with us on that, so that was good. I think our scouts have done a very good job this last couple days of giving us a look. It's just so crucial when they give a good look. It gives us a chance to see if we got issues, whether it's offense, defense, special teams. Just thankful for that. And anyway, we're getting closer. Got one more day to work. We'll probably have shoulder pads on at least through the kicking, and we normally do a 1-minute drill against the defense, offensive defense. And we'll probably keep the pads on, the shoulder pads on for that. We may take them off after that when we go scout. We'll decide that as a staff here in a little bit. But I think we're on track on our preparation. So if anybody wants to ask a question, have at it.
When you have a bye week, based on your comments and everything, it was a lot of back to fundamental work.
Mm-hmm.
That's not necessarily doesn't necessarily give you time to radically change game
Right.
plan and
No.
format and
No. I mean, the
strategy,
big thing is to block better. Now, you don't tackle live, but when you thud, you really do. It's probably harder to get a good thud than it is to tackle a guy. You can lay out and grab a guy and tackle him and get him on the ground, but to thud him, you really got to get your nose on him and strike him and bend your knees and be able to change direction if he's changing direction at the last minute and all that. So the blocking and tackle is important. But just like punt return and block, for example, there's an art to how to block for about 8 to 10 seconds. I mean, the ball snapped, the ball's punted, and then when that guy returns it, I mean, depending on how far he goes, you really got to stick on your man until the whistle blows. Well, it's hard to block a guy that long. And so there's an art to it. You got to learn how to do it. Sometimes guys work too hard trying to get super physical and get separation when in reality you want to stay as close to the man as you can until the moment of truth when the punt returner tries to get by. So so many things like that. How do you line young receivers who I'd love to see play more, quite frankly. Get more certain of their splits, whether they're on the ball, off the ball. When you go in motion, how far are you from the line of scrimmage when the ball snap? Little things like that. You just got to get better at, and then you start towards the end of the week, the open date week. You start you begin your game plan, and then of course this week we continue on with it. So we'll be ahead of the game on a Monday normally. Than we would normally be on a Monday, yes. But we didn't just spend the whole first week working on scheme of what we're going to do against Florida as much as working the fundamentals. And there was a lot of recruiting going on too. Tuesday, coaches were out on the road. Friday, coaches were out on the road recruiting, and so it's hard to get everybody in the room together and get your game plan together when you guys are on the road. So it's just an important time for that as well.
Coach, you've spoken before about some of Grayson's inconsistencies. He's had some issues he's had with that. With the off week and a lot of those inconsistencies, did you ever consider opening up the starting quarterback position for this game coming up?
Well, here's the thing about, first of all, what we're saying, and I probably said he played inconsistent, but I think I also said that the better we block, you know, the bigger the pocket, the better it is for a quarterback to throw the ball. The better the routes, you know, the easier it is to hit a guy who has a little more separation maybe. So it's really, the inconsistency has been as a team, as a unit. And we've been inconsistent in some areas on defense and special teams as well. So, you know, when we talked about competition and spring ball and all that, we did roll guys at all positions, just saying, hey man, let's all get better. Let's all be focusing like it's a spring ball or early camp and give everybody a lot of reps and try to get better as a team.
Was that thought ever cross your mind, though, that maybe giving someone else an opportunity to see if you can get better results?
I think we evaluate that every week at every position. I mean, that's just how football is. That's the type of environment that we're in. Everybody's job is up for grabs.
So what are the chances we'll see a different starting quarterback Saturday?
All I can tell you is we've been repping, just like last week. We rep more than one guys with the ones, and we're going to continue to do that.
They're the same two guys repping the ones? I'm sorry.
They all got work. They all got work with the ones.
Same in reference to I guess Antonio Callaway. What have you seen on him on film of his ability on special teams?
Well, I know he's the first one down on the punt team. He's either making the tackle or forcing somebody to fair catch almost every play. Very fast guy, and a guy that's you can tell is taking a lot of pride in covering kicks and doing a lot of things, quite frankly. But his speed is one of his greatest assets, and it's pretty impressive what he's done.
Brendan Douglas, when those was taking, I guess, second team rep today, is he fully pulled ahead of Keith now as the number 2 running back?
No. I mean, I don't know what y'all are watching. You watch just a very little bit of practice.
Right. Yeah, just based on just what little
we mix up. I mean, we're working on run polish.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, part of run polish is getting every quarterback handing the ball off to every back, because you don't always get a chance for the one guy to always hand it off to the second or third team guy, or even a second team quarterback, third team quarterback. We know there's a chance somebody might get in the game. If they get in the game, they ought to have some reps with the one. So that's what we're doing there. We're mixing and matching, trying to give everybody a chance to get exchanges with everybody is the best we can.
Gotcha.
Mark, Florida's got some key players, a lot of key players from South Florida. You guys obviously got Sony and Isaiah from down there. How important is that area for you guys? Is it just a matter of picking and choosing?
Well, there's a lot of great players down that way. Shakira Wilson's from down that way too. I hate to now miss whoever's from down that way, but
DeAndre Baker.
yeah, DeAndre Baker, outstanding player. And again, we try not to go out of state unless we're getting somebody pretty special. So we think all those guys are pretty darn good, and we're going to continue to work that area, no doubt. I mean, we were down there this past week.
Is the talent level about the same now as it was when you were in high school?
Well, what you have is you have an area of the state of Florida that's just highly populated. I mean, massive amount of high schools. I mean, you could be in a 5-mile radius and maybe have 25 6A high schools. So when you have that many players in that area and the quality of the play, there's going to be a bunch of great recruits down that way.
Time for one more question.
Coach, how has Jordan Jenkins looked this week?
You know what? He practiced better yesterday than Monday, and I haven't got a report from how it went today, but I know he practiced today. My guess is I'm hoping it was better than the day before. So, you know, as of right now, we plan on bringing him on the trip.